Hello students, welcome back in the fourth part of chapter number 6 of social science, that is Mauryan age, Chandragupta and Emperor Ashoka. This is the last part of our chapter. Let's start the session. In this session, we are going to discuss about the administration of Mauryan era. So let's start. Administration of Mauryan era. Chandragupta Maurya established a large empire. It was expanded by Emperor Ashoka. So, as I already told you that Mauryan dynasty was established by Chandragupta Maurya and it was a large empire. And this empire was expanded by his grandson Emperor Ashoka. Chandragupta's chief minister and sharp politician Vishnugupta Chanakya divided large Mauryan empire for well-organized administration. During this time, there were three sections of the administration. Now, Chandragupta has chief minister named Vishnugupta Chanakya, also called Kautilya. He has sharp politician and he divided this large Mauryan empire in three sections for the well administration. As I already discussed with you that it is not possible for any one person or any one place to control over the whole large empire. So Kautilya or Chanakya divided this administration in three sections, and these sections are central, provincial and regional. At present also you see that we have democratic government in India, but it is divided into also three sections. The first is central government, which is controlled by Delhi. Then under this central government it comes state government, and under the state government it is divided in local self-government. So like that, at that time also Mauryan age administration is divided in three sections: central, provincial and regional. So let's study about the central administration first. Central administration system. Emperor was at the center of the administrate. Means emperor is directly control the central government. Emperor was the center of the administration system. He was head of administrative, military and judicial departments of the empire. Emperor was himself the head of administrative department, military department and the judicial departments, means court. Judicial means court. His position was hereditary. Now here we also seen that in Mauryan dynasty, Chandragupta established Mauryan dynasty, then his son Bindusar ruled over it, and then his son Ashoka ruled on it. That means this position was hereditary. Patliputra and areas around it were under direct control of the emperor. Patliputra, as I already told you, that it is the capital of Magadha. So Patliputra and nearly areas of it was directly under control of the emperor only. He managed administration with the help of ministers and higher officials. Now, it is not possible that king or emperor himself look after the whole administration, so he will take the help of ministers and higher officials. Chanakya has told about departments, out of which main departments and their heads are as follows. Now, like we also have different three types of government in our India, that central, state and local self-government. So we have also different departments for different works. So at that time also there are different departments for their different works. The departments are as follows. These departments are agricultural department, which was known as Sitadhyaksh. Then second is military department, which was called as Senani at that time. Then third is judicial department, which was known as Pradeshatri. Then fourth is trade department, which was known as Panyadhyaksh. Then fifth was office repository, or we can say Akshpatal record department, and it was called Maha Akshpatal. Akshpatal means birth and death record. Then last is revenue department, which was known as Mudradhyaksh. Mudra means money and Adhyaksh means head. So these are the departments who are working at that time. Now next is provincial administrative system. The huge Mauryan Empire was divided into 5 sections. Now I already told you that Mauryan Empire was very large. Almost overall India, they ruled, Mauryan Empire ruled over us. So it was divided into 5 sections. Head of the province was the governor. Usually the prince was appointed at this post. Now head of the province was the governor. Means governor is the main post. And usually this post for only the prince of the family. Usually this post prince was appointed on this post so that he can look after the whole system. And what are the tasks of governors? This is the main question, maybe asked in exam, that what are the functions of governors. So governor's task in the province was to maintain peace and security, collect revenue, to get the orders of the king obeyed, and keeping the emperor constantly aware of the events taking place in the province. So the functions of governors are to maintain peace and security in his area, then to collect revenue, then to get the orders of the king obeyed, that people are obeying king's order or not, and the most important, that always keeping the emperor constantly aware about the events taking place in the province. जैसे गवर्नर के जो फंक्शंस होते हैं, तो सबसे पहला फंक्शन है कि वो पीस और सिक्योरिटी, जो भी लोग एरिया उसको दिया गया है, उस एरिया का पीस एंड सिक्योरिटी उसके हाथ में है, उसको मेंटेन करना. देन वहाँ का रेवेन्यू कलेक्ट करना, रेवेन्यू मीन्स टैक्स कलेक्ट करना. फिर वहाँ जो किंग ने जो भी ऑर्डर दिया है, वो ऑर्डर सारे लोग ओबे कर रहे हैं, वहाँ के पीपल्स ओबे कर रहे हैं या नहीं, वो देखना. एंड मोर ओवर सबसे जो इम्पॉर्टेंट है वो है कि वहाँ क्या क्या, किस एरिया में क्या क्या हो रहा है, उसकी सारी नॉलेज किंग को देना, अपने राजा को देना. मीन्स ओके. सो दिस इज द मेन function of the governor. Now moving forward, regional administration. For the sake of administrative ease, any province was divided into district, local and storage taluka. Now this for the sake of administrative ease means to the easy work of administrative system, the province was also divided into district, local and storage taluka. Like our government also divided na, that under the state government comes local self government. Then for example, Gujarat is a state, but it has many districts and talukas. So like that, in that time also they are divided in district, local and storage, and then talukas. District officer worked at the district level, while officer of province was called provincial. Now district officer at that time was called Rajuk, and it worked at the district level. And the officer of province was called at that time Gop, and he will doing provincial works. The smallest unit of administration was the village. Village was the smallest unit of administration. That means the administration starts from the village. Its head was called Gramini, and Gramini used to run the administration of the village with the help of the elected members of village. Means at that time also election process was done, and by the elected members, with the help of the elected members, Gramini used to run the administration of the village, and Gramini was the head of the village. Now next is successors of Emperor Ashoka and fall of Mauryan Empire. So Emperor Ashoka was the famous emperor in Mauryan dynasty for his quality and deeds. So Regarding Emperor Ashoka's successors, we find different information in Brahmin, Jain and Buddhist texts. So we get information regarding Emperor Ashoka from Brahmin, Jain and Buddhist texts. According to the information given in Puranas, total 9 to 10 kings of Mauryan dynasty ruled for 137 years. Means by this information of Puranas, there are 9 to 10 kings in Mauryan dynasty that ruled over Magadha, and that was for 137 years. Means during 137 years of time, 9 to 10 kings of Mauryan dynasty were ruled. Taking advantage of the impoverished rule of last king of Mauryan dynasty, that is Brihadratha, his general Pushyamitra killed him on the pretext of watching military drill. Now, as I already told you that Pushyamitra was the general of military. So, you know that in army, there are different positions. So, at that time also, Pushyamitra was the general of the army and he took advantage, and when he see that the last king of Mauryan dynasty, that is Brihadratha, was little bit weaker, so he killed Brihadratha and established a new dynasty which was called Shung dynasty, because Pushyamitra's surname was Shung. Pushyamitra Shung was the general of military at the time of Mauryan dynasty, and when the last king was ruled, but because of the weakness of the king, Pushyamitra planned and kill him and establish new dynasty which was called Shung dynasty, and thus in 185 BC Pushyamitra Shung established Shung dynasty on the throne of Magad, and Mauryan dynasty came to an end. And by this Mauryan dynasty came to an end in 185 BC, and the new dynasty created, that was Pushyamitra Shung established, and which was called Shung dynasty. So I hope that you understood the whole chapter, and if you have any queries or any doubts about this chapter, so feel free to ask me in query session. Okay, so till then, bye bye, take care.